Good evening and welcome on back to more from day one. The middle episode, the part two, where we normally have the auditors, defrauditors, the sovereign citizens, the flatterers, and our courtroom breakdowns all beautifully together. As we grab the items, I'm going to try something we tried last night and it actually worked. I'm going to try it again. Towards the end, we actually did our little Judge Judy moment. And it didn't get copyright flagged, so let's try it again. We'll do it at the beginning while we're checking everything. That way, if it does get copyright strike tonight, I can just mute out the section while I'm clearing the bag and the items. Tonight, Judge Judy has a man who wishes to sue his dog. Wishes to sue the guy who saved his dog. That's right. Guy goes ahead, does a heroic deed to save this guy's dog. What does the guy do? Does he thank him? No, he sues him. And now, into the courtroom.
Mr. and Mrs. DeGarrow are mad that when their prize Labrador went looking for love and got lost, a good Samaritan had him neutered.
I took the dog to the vet. It was a rainy day. I don't know how long the dog had been out there, but it may have been since Saturday. And this
So
is
describe how you found this dog.
One of Mr. Geraldo here.
He found it?
Yeah, he found it. He was working at the house. We're doing earthquake repairs, and
I called them, and asking, where's that dog doing right there in the backyard? So they say, what dog? I don't have any dogs. You know that? I say, yeah, you're right. So as soon as they find out, when I tell them they got a dog right there, it looks in really bad shape. So they say, well, I'm going to be there in a few minutes. I don't know how long they take to get to the house. So that's all they do.
Good.
Thank you.
Now you can sit down. He was outside, and he didn't have any identifying tags on him when he was found by these people. Is that right?
yes.
Now, you're suing these people because you say that they neutered your dog without permission. They had no idea who you were. They had no idea that the dog belonged to anybody because you had neglected to put tags on your dog. You have to prove that they had some sort of malicious intent. I haven't heard that, sir.
Your Honor, I did some research as to the L.A. County Municipal Code Book. Regarding...
I am not bound by that, sir. This is a court of common law and common sense, sir.
I had common sense that if I would have ever found a dog like I had in the past, that I would make an attempt to find the owners. Especially if my neighbor, Your Honor, especially if my neighbor had information that the dog was...
How would he know that your neighbor had the neighbor had information?
The neighbor helped entangle the dog.
Listen to me. There is no indication that anybody told these people anything. They did whatever they could to save a dog that looked as if to them it had been abandoned. And here they get thanks from you people by suing them for, how much do you want?
$5,000.
$5,000. You get nothing, sir. This case is dismissed.
But
Wait.
Holy crap! They want $5,000? No! No! Damn no! Oh, goddamn no! And if you are coming and I had to mute this and going, what the hell? Again, they went ahead and had medical treatment taken care of for the dog. One of the things that happened is that the dog got neutered by the vet, and they want these people to pay $5,000 for that. That's what it's the hell no. Alrighty, so next we will hop on over to a good friend on the other side of the pond, Irish Demon. And he's got a lovely Karen who is not smart enough to be smart in front of cops. Irish, are you there?
Good afternoon, everybody. The Irish Demon here, back with another video. Now, this particular one I came across over on Mike the Cop's channel, and I decided that I would cover it. Turns out the video is a little bit old. It's a few months old, but it is well worth covering. So basically, this Karen is after being served with a restraining order, and I can't imagine why that might be, although I think it might come out in the video here in just a minute, and she is not happy about it. So I'm going to do this in a slightly different format where I do a kind of a live react to it and record it, and we're just going to see how it goes. So let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this.
It's your medications. Is there anything else that we can
My
immediately grab?
photo albums and my computers.
Nope.
I am going to grab those things while I am inside.
We're not here to
Yes,
get
I am.
Absolutely not.
Why the hell not?
Because you need to go to the courthouse, like Officer Usher said, to get a writ of assistance for anything outside of your medications and immediate toiletries.
That's bullshit.
It's not.
So just to clarify about this, so I used to work in a restraining orders court, so I have a lot of experience with this. Obviously, it's a little bit different from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, but generally speaking, a police officer would be able to accompany you to the home that you are restricted from entering, or near the person that you're restricted from being near, to get your very basic needs, your toiletries, your medication, etc. As for picking up your, TV and whatever other things that you own, generally speaking, as he said, you have to go to the court, get a writ of assistance, and then you would be brought over by the police to pick up your stuff, basically. But in this scenario, she's just been served, so they don't essentially have the time to do that right now.
It's not.
Thank you.
It is too.
Well,
Who's your supervisor, Sheldon?
Sergeant Whiteman.
What's his phone number?
Mute that.
And what's the case number you're going to give me?
I don't have a case number.
Why not?
Because you're an idiot.
This is a case of domestic
No,
violence.
it's not. It's
Yes,
a
it
civil
is.
case of you trying to get your stuff.
He hurt me.
That was last week. We have a number of officers that have been out here over the last week. I just spoke with a couple of them.
You did, huh? And what did they tell you?
That
Did
you're
they
an
say
idiot?
They're going to help me?
Do you want your stuff or do you not want your stuff?
You have been no help
I'm
whatsoever.
asking a simple question.
Translation, you're not doing exactly what I tell you to do, so you're no help. Yeah, it is a case of domestic abuse, and as we will see later, it is from you to the person that you abused.
Oh!
Do you want your stuff or do you not want your stuff? Please get your medicine.
I want my stuff.
Okay. You guys remain right here.
And what if we don't?
Reasonable, man.
Reasonable? Like I'm afraid of you guys? Because you happen to be police officers?
That's not really what he said, though. Like, you being afraid of them or not does not dictate whether or not you are reasonable. You are unreasonable. Again, as we
Say,
will
she's
see
a Karen.
in
Of
just
course
a
she's
minute.
unreasonable, Irish.
I'm not afraid of you. What's your name?
Officer Usher.
What's your first name, Usher?
Officer Usher.
Usher? James Usher. Do you have a business card?
I do.
Can I have one?
After we're done here, yes, you may.
Do you think you're tough? Are you a good cop or a bad cop?
I'm a very reasonable cop, man.
But here's the thing, like, when you're trying to...
I'll get you in just a second, Irish. Bitch, please! They're out there trying to help you, and you're trying to act all asshole like this? Come on, really? Sorry, Irish, go ahead.
get an officer to help you with something, I don't think really abusing them is the way to go.
Yeah, you are. You're a fucking bad cop, Usher. And that Sheldon douchebag is an even worse cop than you. And you guys have been out here and you fucking arrested me and I made a scene and so therefore, what am I, unsafe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
You said it.
I made a scene. Why am I not surprised that you made a scene? Come on, man.
She said it, Irish.
Is that what my record says?
I don't know what your record says, man.
Why not?
I haven't looked you up.
Did you talk to the other officers who the other douchebag talked to? What's his name? Your partner?
Okay. Thank you.
What's your
No, you're
partner's
good.
name?
You don't need to apologize.
What's
You're
your
good.
partner's name? What's his name? Excuse me.
No.
Usher. I'm asking you a question.
Now this thing gonna shake him, and he's like, "I'm not here to answer your questions, lady."
What's your partner's name?
In the house?
Yes.
Brian Sheldon.
Brian Sheldon is a f***ing douche coming out of my vajayjay.
That's just uncalled for, ma'am.
He's a pussy. He is a cunt.
Wow.
You're going
Whoa.
down, Usher.
Wow.
Are we sure
I'm
we
in a lawsuit against the City of Lake Oswego Police Department.
can put this on without getting demonetized? Well, I'm not demonetized, but I do fear for you.
That's one of the main Karen things right there. I am filing a lawsuit. Oh no, I'm terrified. Let's see how many other Karen points she hits on here.
And you can't even look me in the face? Are you afraid of me? What are you afraid of, Usher?
Your partner's going through his pockets. I'm making sure I'm safe and everyone else here is safe.
Oh, please.
Thanks, man.
You gonna break out your gun?
Calling your 30 on social.
You gonna kill him because he, looks like a hoodlum? You look
Like a hoodlum. Well, here's the thing, right? So I've worked in kind of security services and things like that my whole life,
Okay.
my whole adult life, obviously. I wasn't like a 6-year-old bouncer or anything, but one of the things you learn very, very quickly is when somebody starts fidgeting with their pockets, going through their pockets. It's one of the first things that I look at when I meet somebody that I don't know. I look at their pockets to see if there is anything there that could harm me. It's a learned behavior that I can't get out of. It's the same as when I go to a restaurant. I like to sit kind of with my back to the wall and be able to see where everything's at. It's just the way it is. I've had a lot of people pull weapons on me, pull all sorts of things on me. So you just learn how to do that, and he's doing that right here.
He looks like a cancer patient. You want to take me to the hospital?
Wow.
Think that's where I need to go? Huh? Do
Yeah.
you, Usher?
Yeah, mental hospital.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
guys
say.
are no help at all. How much do you make? Where do you live?
Wow.
You probably live in Tiger, have a shitty little house. Or
Wow.
you walk around like you own the place because you think you're tall and you're manly and you're steadily and everybody's afraid of you.
Like, why pick on, how much money he earns or what size house he's got? Like, look at the difference between him and you, right? You might be wealthy. I believe she lives in a really wealthy area. So, yeah, you might be wealthy. I think she's a lawyer as well. Anyway, you might be
Oh my God, she's a fucking lawyer. Okay, she needs to get disbarred, defracked, or wherever the fuck they call it.
wealthy. He might not be overly wealthy, whatever, but he's probably way happier than you are. He's got, he might be feeling very fulfilled in his life, in his job, in his home life, whatever the case may be. You clearly are not. You are clearly miserable. So I'd much rather be miserable. Sorry, that's not right.
I was gonna say,
I would
reverse
not
that.
much rather be miserable. I'd much rather be poor and not miserable than really wealthy and miserable.
There you
Isn't
get
that
Irish.
the way it is, Usher? Hey, keep your hands out of your pockets, okay? You're really that worried about my friend?
Like, you'll see in other videos, I don't have them to hand, I can't find it right now, where she is just straight up abusing her partner. It's bizarre. It is bizarre.
Joey, that's my friend.
It's fine.
There's Luke.
Looks like Officer Sutton has your medications for you. Okay.
I'm not.
Your ton of medications, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Somebody like this, right?
bringing them out in a garbage
Real
sack.
for a second. And, this is not to mock people who are neurodivergent or have mental health issues, of course. The reality of the situation is this lady clearly has some serious mental health issues. I mean, you'll see it. Trust me, you'll agree, I'm sure. And yeah, so she obviously needs some help, whatever it may be. But at that moment in time where she's there abusing her partner, abusing the cops and stuff like that, that's not the time to be kind of, giving out cuddles. That's the time to take care of business.
No, he doesn't.
Looks like it.
That's not my medications. So I have vitamins in there that I need to get.
Ah, yes, the vitamins. You got to get the vitamins.
I have naturopathic vitamins.
I'm not going to go through all that.
No comment.
Denied.
You're going to have to go to a pharmacy to get vitamins and well, you can pick that up.
Wow.
Jeff's not here. Okay?
Bullshit.
I'm not going to let you in the house.
I heard him. I heard him.
I just want...
Like, just throwing the stuff on the floor like a child. Just a proper temper tantrum. God damn, man. What is wrong with these people?
They're Karens, that's what.
So you're free to leave. If you want any further stuff, you're going to have to make the arrangements either with Jeff or get a writ of assistance from the Clackamas County Courthouse.
And how do I do that, dickhead?
I'll call them and they'll tell you.
Oh, really?
How hard is it? Like,
Oh, like they're so helpful during this time of need.
Absolutely they are.
You are not helpful whatsoever. Do you
Okay.
hear me?
All right.
You
well,
suck.
I hope you get your medications.
You
that you
suck,
all over the-
and so do you face.
You don't live
I
here
am
anymore,
calling.
So if you come back...
I do too live here.
No, you don't.
not anymore, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No,
I live
you
here.
don't.
I live here.
Okay, you need to leave.
Shut up.
Wow.
You need to leave.
Shut up right now. And
Can we confirm she's not a 6-year-old kid crying on the aisle here? Especially with throwing the medications and now screaming at the top of her lungs?
let me into my house.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to kick down the door then. Yes, I am.
You're not.
I'm going to bring a drill back here.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I can be just as calm as you are, you fuckface.
Wow.
Great.
You.
Then why can't you?
Oh!
I'm perfectly calm.
God damn! Irish, warn me when you're gonna do that!
Perfectly calm. Like, you look at this lady, she is the epitome, the epitome, if you will, of calmness. Look at those eyes, man.
Irish, fucking
I'm
warn me
perfectly
when you're gonna
calm.
do that. God
That's the most
damn.
terrifying thing about all this. Like, shout all you want, but it's the I'm perfectly calm. That's the most terrifying
Say,
part.
warn my ass.
So am I.
You don't realize I'm the greatest actress you have ever seen. You want to see Mania? Huh? Or do you want to see me floating in the sky?
I'd like to see you pick up your stuff and just.
Yeah, why don't you act like you're about to pick up your stuff and shut up, Karen?
I have every right to be here. So fuck.
No, you don't.
Are you gonna pick up your stuff that you just littered all over someone else's property?
You gonna arrest me for littering?
Do it.
We can certainly call a couple hospitals and find you a spot.
I'm really threatened by you.
I'm not. It's not a threat. That's a fact.
What's
Wow.
what am
Nice
I
face.
what's my diagnosis there, sir?
If
You don't
You're
need
a fucking
diagnosis,
idiot.
Just point of fact here. So I've seen this on many occasions. So you don't actually need to be diagnosed with a mental health issue on the spot to be sectioned or whatever it is in whatever country you may be in. Obviously, again, from jurisdiction to jurisdiction is different. But generally, if you are perceived to be a threat to yourself or others and clearly displaying severe mental episodes which could be a threat to you or others, then absolutely you can be sectioned without a diagnosis. Because
We'll fill you in for America. Mostly, you can be put on a 48-hour hold immediately if you're assumed that you could be, as you're stating there, a trouble to yourself or to others. Again, other places, UK, Ireland, like you would know more about rules there for those situations, and I will leave them in your capable hands if you wish to reveal to all of us.
because it might not be necessarily a diagnosable condition. It could be drug-induced psychosis. It could be anything.
If you're in immediate danger to yourself or others, which clearly you're demonstrating right now, then
And just to clarify, I have seen snippets of this video. Basically, I skipped through 2 minutes at a time and found interesting bits, so I don't know every part of this video.
we can find you a spot.
Am I clearly demonstrating that?
Yes,
Because I
you are.
littered
Yes.
medicine.
I don't think it's because you littered medicine. I think it's because of
You're an
the
idiot.
fits that you had. The fact that you threatened to kick down the door of a house that you are restrained from entering. The fact that you're clearly displaying that you are not 100% all there right at this moment when there's somebody being protected from you inside the house. Yes, that probably would be grounds. Maybe she's not quite tipped over that level just yet. I think that's kind of probably obvious. As much as most people might say, oh, she should just be blah, blah, blah. The reality is she's probably not quite tipped over that level just yet, but she's very close. She's flying very close to the sun.
I am a threat to myself.
You just told me that you were going to drill a hole through the door so you can get into that house.
You dumb
I'm sorry now to interrupt so quickly, but I just wanted to say, like in Australia, where I worked in the court system and in the restraining orders courts in particular, if you made a threat like that to a police officer that you were going to go to the home of the person that you were restrained from having contact with, even just that threat alone is grounds for arrest. Absolutely. I don't know if that's the case where they are. I believe they're in Oregon. If somebody could check that out and let me know, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, so that threat alone.
It is, but it is up to the discretion of the officer. I think the officer at this point just wants her to, get lost so she doesn't have to deal with her anymore. But it could get pushed to that point, and he's probably getting pretty darn close to that. They are Irish.
Because there was kind of a violent threat there, and that she didn't say that she was just going to go back to the house. She said she was going to go back to the house, kick the door in, and use a drill to drill through the door. So that would absolutely be grounds for arrest in Australia.
You, and you, and the Las Vegas Police Department!
God, you can't even pronounce the city that you're in? Wow. Yeah, take her.
Is there any-
Wow. Oh yeah, Lake Oswego. That was the place somebody mentioned is like a really fancy area. But the thing is, maybe he does have a little house. But guess what, Karen? He's going to be able to go back to his little house when he's finished work. You're not.
anything else that we can do for you?
Yeah, leave.
We're going to leave when you leave.
No, I'm not leaving.
Again, refusing to leave the area. Now, obviously, when you get a restraining order, especially when it comes to a property, there's usually a boundary, essentially a circle of protection put around that boundary. In Australia, it kind of starts at about 50 meters, but it can be up to kilometers. Like, you can't come within a certain area of somebody. So I don't know what it is, obviously, in this scenario. I'll have to try find the case file or whatever so I could see. But if you were refusing to leave and it was clearly harassing the person that you were protected, that was protected from you, then that would absolutely be grounds for arrest under the order. But obviously I don't have the order. Every order is different. Judges can change specific parts of it, so, you know, I obviously don't know what it is, but generally that would be a rule of thumb. She's at the door. Oh, man, arrest her ass straight up.
Yeah, she is.
I didn't see this bit. Oh, man, that would be like, I don't know, okay, I'm not coming down hard on the cops here, and as I always say to people, and I get crap for this all the time when I don't just automatically side with the cops. Again, I haven't seen the order, but to me, knocking on the door of the house that she's restrained from being at would be grounds for arrest. So I'm not sure why they're not removing her
Yes,
here.
it is.
But again, I haven't seen the order, so I can't say that this is, you know, bad on the cops' part. But from what I can see, it would be appropriate that she be removed. So even allowing her to approach the house, in my opinion, is not great. But, you know, again, I'm going to get the hate comments like, oh, always side with the police. No, I'll side with whoever's right. That's the way I roll.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely 100%
Stay away
true.
from me, please.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to stay
Because
away
you're
from
an
me.
What are you
idiot.
afraid of?
Get 6 feet away from me, or you will get put on the ground.
Please do it. I'll send you Krispy
You're going
Kremes.
down, Sheldon. Go to church. Go to River West.
Okay.
You're the worst Christian I've ever met.
All right.
This video is
How
going
so?
viral, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it's going viral, buddy, but for the wrong reasons, Karen.
Look forward to it.
I look forward to it.
Whatsoever. I have the most brilliant mind you have ever met. I have creativity coming out of my mind. I hear from God.
I was gonna.
You?
No. Hold
What did I
on.
tell you, diphead?
Maybe coming out of her ass cheeks. And that might not be creativity, Karen. You might want to recheck it. Say definitely for you, that's probably not creativity coming out. I'm sorry, Irish.
Diphead. Make up your mind. Is it dipshit or is it dickhead? Diphead. I kind of like that. It's a bit of a milder version of both, I guess.
Not those types of things.
Oh, diphead? Is that a really scary word for you?
No.
Oh, because he tells me to change the world. And I'm going to do it. And you're going to help me.
Wow.
And you're going to get sued in the meantime.
So let me get this right. So God is telling you that you're going to change the world with Sheldon's help over here. So basically you're like, hey, Sheldon, me and you, we're going to change the world. But first, I'm going to sue your ass. Really? Like, man.
Okay? I'm a lawyer.
Great.
This is my house.
No, it
I'm a
ain't.
lawyer. That's another kind of Karenism there.
5866. This is my $1 million neighborhood.
No.
But the whole neighborhood cost $1 million. That's not that much. I live in $1 million house, but that's, to be fair, that's because the housing prices in Ireland are ridiculous. Nah, it's not $1 million house. Anyway, if you lived in Ireland, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. A small one-bedroom flat in Dublin City is like $2 or $3 million bucks, so it's not a big flex.
And these are the faces.
Jamie, there's nothing we're going to accomplish by staying here. I will get rid of Simon.
You sure? Or Usher?
I've already told you, man.
I forgot. Fucking.
You're an idiot.
What's going on in my brain? My brain moves a lot faster than you, so you catch the fuck up.
Maybe it does move faster, but it doesn't seem to be able to retain information
Anything.
very well, does it?
That's Jamie.
Yeah, anything more than like 3 seconds.
What kind of education do you have, Usher? Did you go to college? No, you fucking didn't.
So what? Like, here's the thing. Some of the richest people in the world that I know, some of the happiest, most successful people in the world that I know don't have formal education. I was a dropout. I dropped out of film. I had to drop out of law because I moved back to Ireland. But, you know, that doesn't determine who's intelligent or not. Like, I mean, I am not, as I say, I'm not formally educated to a very high degree, but I consider myself reasonably intelligent. Most people I know are probably more intelligent than her and dropped out of high school.
Jars of mayonnaise are more intelligent than her.
You went to some school to become a fucking police officer, and now you think you're all powerful. That's bullshit. You're a bad cop. We're out of here. Come on.
Like, my experience
No, you're a bad Karen.
of him there, and again, as I say to people, I will always side with who's right. I don't care if you're a cop, I don't care if you're a Karen. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I call it as I see it. What I've seen from this officer this whole time is that he's been reasonable, respectful, he hasn't been nasty, he hasn't been condescending, been very professional. So I've got nothing to add to that. I think he did a great job. The other guy, exact same. I think he was very professional and just didn't take her crap.
You guys suck! The Lake Oswego Police Department sucks!
I bet everybody else in that neighborhood is like, the Lake Oswego Police Department fucking rocks for getting rid of Karen.
You hear me?
Everyone hears
suck,
you.
Jeff Johnson! You're the devil! That was bull.
I agree, but
This is going viral, dude.
do you want
This
to help
is
you?
bull.
Do you help you get rid of assistance?
Oh, here comes another police officer. Wonderful.
No, I've called back up. Let's get out of here. They want you to leave, so let's leave.
There's another cop.
Let's leave.
Would you listen to Earthworm Jimmo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Karen, whoever the fuck you got with you, is probably the only person who's ever smoked, some intelligence in your life. Listen to the fucker and get the fuck out of there. But no, you're gonna do what I and a lot of kids probably did in their childhood. Be stupid, not get out when the getting is good, and in the end, find a way to screw yourself royally because you didn't get out of there. When you do that, we're all probably gonna laugh, quite hard.
Over here and just leave already. Like, you're making this work. And another thing, Earthworm Jim, get out of there. What are you doing? How can you not see this? This is her new, I think she called him like her toy boy or something like that, right? Get out right now. Hey, Earthworm Jim, listen, get out right now. Get out right now. How can you look at what's going on with this person and her ex-partner and not get out? Oh, man. Get out.
I agree. It's gonna say, how can you see all this asshole and go, dude, I gotta get me some of this. Yeah. The answer is no. You don't want some of this, Mr. Jim. Get out. The answer is not yes.
Out, Jim.
That's kind of their message. They're like, we want you to go.
He knows it too.
That's all they want is for us to leave. All they want. Listen, if you give them an excuse, they can throw you in that mental place.
I don't give a shit. I like the mental place. You're my sugar daddy.
There it is.
I'll be a little bit for today if we can get the fuck out of it.
Jim, run. Jim, I'm telling you.
Get the
I don't
fuck
know how
out,
to tell you
Jim.
any more than this. Run. Run away
Don't walk.
right now. You seem like a nice chap, even though you're wearing two woolly hats for some reason. You seem like a nice chap. You seem like a well put together, intelligent guy. You'll have no problem getting a lovely lady. Please, please, for the good of humanity, run away from this lady. Anyway, lads and lassies, all I can say is wow. Wow, this lady is top tier Karen crazy, like peak disaster mode.
Oh, you don't have the final minutes of this, Irish? I wish I would have known this is the one you were going to put up, because and say, I do, and she does get arrested. She does go to jail because of this, because she doesn't go and get out of there. She's that dumb. But I'll leave you to finish talking with your folks, and I'll find us another video to go for us. Alright, let's go up in space and see if we do have enough to do a spear. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Dave, are you there? Second, let me see if I can get Dave. Yeah, Dave, are you there? You got that video you said you were going to be doing quite soon? You do? Perfect. Let's have some fun with it, shall we? Alright. With that, let's get this one started.
I need to speak to an officer to file a report. Speak to an officer to file a report. Criminal report, criminal charges. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this fucking Long Island Audit? The stupidest stupid brain of the stupid universe of frauditors?
Alright.
For anyone who doesn't know, this is Sean, the idiot behind the camera. He thinks he's doing great things to preserve our First Amendment rights here in America, when in fact he's making a fool of himself and a mockery of our Constitution. But please, carry on, Sean.
Yeah, that is first, asshole.
Hey, how you doing, officer? Okay, so 2 days ago, I was at City Hall filming, just like I'm filming right now, so you know.
Like an idiot.
I was filming in City Hall. 2 constables just came up on me, told me to turn off my camera. I said, why would I turn off my camera? They immediately grabbed me.
Because you were told to?
Pushed me into the elevator, pushed me out of the elevator, pushed me outside of City Hall.
Of course, none of that is true, officer. We have the video for you to look at if you want to see. As a matter of fact, I'll put that video link in the description box so everyone can see how he did not get pushed around.
And when they pushed me outside of City Hall, I fell down the steps, rolled my ankle, and caused an ankle sprain. I was not charged with any crimes. I didn't do anything wrong. Yet I have an ankle sprain, and as you can see, I'm in a boot. I want to press charges against those constables for assault.
Keep in mind that the poor lad has been at the state police office, the constable's office, the city hall security office. He's been to every single law enforcement there is in Louisiana and still can't get any satisfaction. Oh, he's going to need a safe space pretty soon.
Why wouldn't you be able to investigate another officer? No, internal affairs would be like an internal thing to where they, investigate them. You're a law enforcement officer. I'm asking you to arrest a criminal that I have evidence of. But that doesn't put them above the law, sir. So they broke the law. They broke the law. Like if, for example, if I showed you evidence, if somebody showed you evidence of me pushing down another citizen or a law enforcement officer or anybody like that.
Look, Sean, would you stop crying about this? Everybody has watched the footage and nobody witnessed anything where you were pushed. Do you think that you are the only one that has video of that day? There are plenty of cameras that captured what happened. That's why you are being ignored. Now stop your crying and go home.
And they showed you evidence of that. And they had a witness. And they had an independent witness, and they brought all that to you as a law enforcement officer. What would you do? You would arrest me, right? Because somebody showed you evidence of a crime. It would be your duty as a law enforcement officer, right? For sure. But you just admitted that law enforcement is not above the law. So why, if you're a police officer and I'm showing you that a law has been broken, why can't you arrest somebody that broke the law?
As I stated earlier, dimwit, They've reviewed the videotapes, and they've seen that no crime was committed. They know what you do. You travel all around the countryside, you file complaints and frivolous lawsuits, and they just don't want your nonsense in Louisiana. So pack it up and go back to New York, sweetheart.
I just came from the Attorney General's office. I spoke with an investigator, Mark Amos. He informed me, so the Attorney General's office is the highest law enforcement office in the land. He's an investigator in Louisiana. So he informed me that I should come here, and that if you guys didn't act on this report after I'm showing you evidence, that you'd be in dereliction of your duty, and then I would have to report you to Internal Affairs. So are you not going to, I understand he's a law enforcement officer. I get it. You're not going to want to do your job. I get it. But that's just not the way it works.
We finally have a police agency willing to stand up to this idiot and not take any more of his nonsense. Oh, he's going to have to go back to the hotel and get in his nice warm bed. He needs a safe space.
You took an oath to the Constitution. The officers... First, do you have jurisdiction in the city of Baton Rouge?
Yes, we have jurisdiction with the city parish, which is above us. Then you go to East Vegas Parish Sheriff's Office, then you go to state police. So you've gone down. We need to take it up.
Yeah, no, but you have jurisdiction in the city. You have jurisdiction in the city. Just because they're not a higher level of law enforcement than you, sir. You are law enforcement. Mm-hmm. Just because it's wider doesn't mean anything, sir.
I believe that Sean has tendencies of a narcissistic sociopathic behavior because he's trying to convince this officer that he has authority when in fact he does not. But that's what a narcissist will do.
Like I'm telling you, I just got this information from the Attorney General's office. They told me to come here inside. They said you're probably not going to do anything, but he said that would be a dereliction of your duty, and I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm telling you, I don't know if you've seen the video. I don't know if you're aware of the situation, of what happens. People see the video, and it becomes a problem. The people don't like when officers don't do their job, sir. And by the way, can I just get your name and badge number? You don't have to give me your name and badge number? It's not the policy of the Baton Rouge Police Department to give me your name and badge number? So you're not going to?
Doesn't Sean put you in mind of an 8-year-old child who's a spoiled brat, always gets his own way? Well, look, honey, you're not going to get your own way today, and we know you're going to ask for a supervisor, but unfortunately, he won't help you either.
I was going to say a 5-year-old, but...
Are you serious? That doesn't even make any sense.
Aw, go ahead and cry now.
How am I supposed to look up your public record if I don't know who you are? Let me get your supervisor. Well, you can get on the radio and call him. I'm asking, do you not have to give me a supervisor either? You don't have to do that either? Can you call him?
He's probably right outside.
Can you call for a supervisor? Alright.
Hey, dude, we got this idiot in here.
So Crybaby Sean has finally got his way. He had a temper tantrum. Now the supervisor has arrived. But he's not going to like what the supervisor has to say. Let's listen in.
Hey, Sergeant. How are you?
Hi.
I'm looking to press charges on...
Yeah, keep running everything down. Okay, we're at the bottom of the rung. City police, constable, sheriff, state police, yada. You don't have to take your complaint. If it's with us, you go to the constable. With constables, you go to sheriff. Sheriff, you go to state. You gotta go up with your complaint, not down.
Yeah. Well, I was told, I was just speaking with the Attorney General's office, right by the Capitol building, and an investigator there told me that you have jurisdiction inside the city, and that if a crime happens...
It's gotta be sheriff, though. They over the constable's office, not us.
But you're a law enforcement officer.
Oh, yes, indeed. He's a law enforcement officer, and you're an idiot. Now, what else do we need to establish, Sean?
None, but Sean, of course, doesn't know how to, understand English.
It doesn't matter. The president can come here and break the law, and you can have the authority to arrest him.
Really?
You would.
It's totally out of my jurisdiction.
No, it's not. Anybody who's inside of your city that breaks the law.
Take it to sheriff. That's inside their jurisdiction. ABRSO.
If somebody broke the law, the sheriff doesn't make him a higher status than you.
ABRSO.
I understand what you're saying. I understand.
No, you don't, because if you...
I got a lot of work to do, all right?
Yeah, you should be...
No, you don't, because if you understood, you wouldn't be fucking keeping this guy from doing his job.
You should be doing your work by helping the citizens. Wow.
You're not a citizen. You're fucking from New York, New Jersey. And you actually have a case pending in either Illinois or Indiana right now. But you're probably, breaking your probation by being in fucking Louisiana.
Oh my goodness, Sean, you have been dismissed, and there was no second thought about it. What are you going to do now, Sean?
Cry.
Crazy.
And why?
A lot of work to do.
He's chasing the cop.
Famous words. A lot of work to do. Famous last words, hopefully, so he could get fired. Famous last words as a police officer and a law enforcement officer. Doesn't honor his oath. Both of them just disappeared. One wouldn't identify himself. Well, guys, as you can see, I'm doing my best here. I need your support.
Oh, God, is he fucking gonna e-bag now?
All of your support, guys, I wouldn't be able to do this, honestly. But you guys make me strong. I appreciate every single one of you. We the people, we stand together.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah, he's gonna e-bag, so I'm gonna mute him. We don't need to listen to e-bags here.
Hey guys, KFAR back again. Once again, today...
You got one for us, KFAR, before we finish?
This thing was Accountability Camera, which is an absolutely terrible name, and that's coming from someone with an equally terrible name. You guys know how I feel about Poster 7.
Hey, I won't hold KFAR against you, KFAR. Go ahead.
These guys basically walk in, and I didn't jump cut it. The whole beginning is just them giving themselves shout-outs. I ain't about that life, so I skipped that. They jump right to them recording in a post office. So, right off the bat, Poster 7, bang, you're gone, see ya. But they keep going, they kind of harass this guy, and that's where we're going to start off.
What's so funny?
Because you don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay, so those are issued, so they're accounted, we're signed for them, and I cannot give them to you.
I'm signing for them.
Can't give them to you. You have to order them online.
Let me talk to your supervisor.
He's right behind you. She told you where he's at.
Okay, well, I'll stand right here for him.
You said $5. Yeah, that's $5.50.
I don't know why you're not providing service.
Because you're an idiot.
Why not?
Because I told you they're accounted for. Those are delicate. Those are kind of like security and all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Whoa.
So, remember that. He went to go for his camera and didn't actually touch him or his camera. And by camera, I mean phone. He didn't touch his phone.
His Obama
just
phone?
kind of remember that as this goes on, because he tries to bring it up, and I say it all the time, bro, you recorded it, why are you lying about it?
Thank you. I never tried to grab my phone. I wasn't. I wanted to take a picture of you. Sir, you tried to grab my phone. Is there any other service you can do guys?
Yeah, we need all y'all to write down your names.
No.
Their employee identification numbers.
No.
Because what he just did was assault.
No.
You realize what just did was assault, and I got that on camera? So if I were to attempt to grab you, that would not be... I saw it. I got it on film. So good, we could subpoena them, and they could see that...
That you're lying?
Are there any other things you guys need to close now?
I need those stickers.
We can hand you those. So if you want to order them online or go to the processing plant where they provide those, and you can get them.
You want to give me address to the processing plant?
You need the address?
Yeah.
Along with your guys' names, titles.
We don't have to give you guys our names.
Yeah, you do.
So you would attempt to steal someone's property and steal them.
So they must have obviously cut out the part of the video where they asked the postmaster for permission to record in his post office.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm positive they must have gotten that permission, right? No. Clearly they can tell Manny because he's wearing a name tag. And then he's like, he tried to steal his property and assault him. No, he tried to move the phone so he could take a picture of you. Because you're filming somewhere you're not supposed to be filming, as per the good old Poster 7. I normally show it. I just found this video and I'm like, interesting, let's do this real quick. So, I don't have Poster 7 all loaded up and everything, so if you want to, go read through Poster 7.
Don't worry, we know what Poster 7 is for. These idiots don't.
Yeah, they can record. They can't. But yeah, they weren't trying to steal his phone. They weren't trying to assault him. He was trying to move the phone so he could take a picture, and he failed on touching anyone. So, if I go like this on your shoulder...
You touched me! No, sorry.
I never intended to steal his property.
Manny? Yeah, you tried to grab my phone.
No, I didn't try to grab it.
Yeah, you
You
did.
got caught messing up an AK, Manny.
Okay, I guess I got caught messing up, I guess.
Somebody, well, I guess it would be on Friday night, commented on my stream, something that Schrodinger used to say where you have to lie to audit.
Yeah, you have to lie to fraud it, yes.
An AK.
That was a Schrodinger
AK? I have an
remark.
AK, or you have an AK?
I have it. No, 8 as in resolution. You know, the quality of the camera.
It doesn't matter.
For somebody who
It's a
used
phone,
to
bro.
shoot
The
a lot of
inspector
slot
here?
games, yes, it does matter.
Postal inspectors don't work here. They have their own headquarters.
Really? But they don't come down here at all.
Well, they come when they need to come.
Okay. Who's your supervisor? Other than him?
Who's higher than him?
The postmaster's not here right now. Go ahead and call the cops, Lionel, please.
Dead air.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Dead air.
So we're going to stop right here for a hot second.
You can't hand you those. So if you want to order them,
Oh, I wanted to take some more dead air.
where they provide those, you can
You want to give me that address?
give you the address.
Yeah.
You went back. Not
Along
forward.
with your guys' names and titles.
Far.
No.
So you attempt to steal someone's property. And
I never intended to steal his property.
Manny? Yeah, you tried to grab my phone.
No, I didn't try to grab your phone.
You got caught messing up an AK, Manny.
Okay, I guess I got caught messing up, I guess.
An AK.
An AK? I have an AK, or you have an AK?
I have it. No, 8 as in resolution. You know,
There's
the
4K. There is an
camera?
8K. Unless you're trying to say you both have a 4K
If
camera,
that's
so you're trying to
8K,
add.
then my iPhone 8 is a way better camera than I think it is. Because, I don't know, my walking sidewalk lives look better quality than this, and I know that ain't no 8K.
Is the inspector here? Postal inspectors don't work here. They have their own headquarters.
Really? But they don't come down here at all.
Well, they come when they need to come.
Alright, we're going to skip ahead a little bit just because this is
Please.
just the same.
Other than him.
And so I don't want to be here until
who's higher
tomorrow.
than him?
The postmaster's not here right now. I have 7K, 10K, 20K, 1,000K, a million K. It doesn't really matter. Are you the bill from us? Is that how you do it?
Negative 1K. I got negative 1K. How about negative 1K?
Well, I'm gonna go get the sheriff.
Uh-oh, here comes the cop. You're in trouble.
How's it going? We're at the post office right now, and they're not letting us. Okay.
We're at the post office, and they
How's it going,
ain't
sir?
letting us be,
How you doing?
what we want to
Before they
be.
get into anything crazy, I'm just going to give you my take and the take of a normal person who can read Poster 7. Anytime you say, hey, we're at the post office recording, let me stop you right there, bud. Did you get permission from the postmaster? No. Did you get permission from anyone in charge? No. Take a hike.
Goodbye.
Take a hike, you trespass. What's your name? You're never coming back to the post office again. Bye.
I'm just asserting my rights. I'm
No, you're
exercising my
not.
rights to. Okay. Yeah, the last time we came over here, this guy assaulted me. And I can show you that video in a bit.
Why lie?
And they're refusing our right to the Federal Postal Service. Okay, so the last time we came over, this guy assaulted me, right? I
No,
got
he
that on
didn't.
video. I can show that to you. Okay. And today we just came over to send off some registered mail. So that's all we want to do. We just want to go in there, pay for our service, and be on our way. So it's not a big deal.
So you went over there to mail some stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all we're doing. We're just mailing stuff.
Liar.
And I guess they don't feel comfortable about us recording. However, it is a federal building, and we are allowed to assert our rights, and that's all we're doing.
No.
What happened in there?
He called the cops. That was it.
So you were in there reporting. He felt uncomfortable. They called us.
That's right.
That's it.
That's exactly what happened. You can ask everybody in there too.
Good. You can go to tell us.
So,
What's your name? Tenor. Okay.
hey, what's up, man? How you doing? So, are you with him? Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
Are you
this man,
stupid to
last
with
time
him?
we came here, assaulted us because he got mad because we were recording a public building. Right?
Who's this man you just fucking?
Manny, he's a post office worker and an employee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This happened on.
I just want to know what happened today.
Today we came in trying to mail this, and I'm recording, and that's all that
Ah,
happened.
here we go.
Being recorded don't come out in public.
I guess. So, what's the purpose of you guys sitting
I don't think my Bill of Rights is ridiculous. No, sir. I'm telling you right now.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm telling you right now, sir. I'm telling you right now.
What's the purpose? Why you do
Because I have Bill of Rights. That's why. Did you take? Hold on. No. Hold on. Did you accept? Did you take an oath of office?
No, stop.
You did.
Stop.
I accept your oath of office.
Stop.
Okay.
So here's the thing. So the Postal Service, they're gonna get a 602 trespass order against you too if you go back inside there. Okay.
Excuse
a
me?
Trespass order means I would take you to jail
Look at that.
unless you.
Look at that.
Yeah.
We are here on business.
You guys can go to another post office.
We are here on
They
business.
just like
No,
anyone
sir.
else.
No, sir. You're not gonna be threatening me.
I'm not threatening
Yes,
you.
you
I'm
are.
saying they
I
will
don't
sign a
consent.
trespass
I don't
order
consent to
if
that.
You guys are under arrest.
I don't consent to that.
You don't have to consent.
So,
to
so
Okay.
wait, they can get away with assault, but
A was assault. I've said that 50,000 times.
Correct.
He didn't even touch you. He tried to move your camera. At no point was he trying to touch you or steal your camera. So you just sound like a moron. Second off, if a business like the post office does not want you in the post office, they can trespass you. They don't need your consent. Be like, hey, is it cool if we trespass you? Be like, yeah, it's fine. No, you don't have to give consent. They don't want you there, so you're not going to be able to go there. Sorry.
we can't conduct our business in a public
Nothing
federal
happened
building.
today, guys. You just said yourself nothing happened.
How
Then
much
why?
time-
Then why?
how long
If
has it
nothing
been on the
happened,
force?
why can't we get in there and mail off our documents?
You realize I have your name and badge number too, right? That we could add you onto the conspiracy. You realize that, right?
Conspiracy.
Do you know anything about federal court and how it works? You
No,
should.
I don't know anything about federal
Well, you
court.
should be held until.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason why we're being trespassed. Why is that? Please tell me.
Because you are.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue.
Finish it.
Yeah, you know
What crime do we commit?
You're trespassing.
We're
How?
trespassing.
How?
We're
Was it
trespassing. No, we're
locked?
not.
Was
No,
it
we're not.
locked?
No, you're not.
Was it closed?
It's a
Did we
public
break? Did we
building.
break in there?
Oh,
So
it's
it's public.
We're disturbing the peace.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
No.
We're just going in there
That's
trying
his
to. I have it
business.
all on video. I have it all on video.
The manager says.
I have
Really?
it all
So
on
why
video.
is it every other post office we go into, they say, you know, there's nothing we can say about reporting?
That's because they're wrong.
If you're subscribed to this channel or watching this video and aren't subscribed, I've made plenty of videos of post offices knowing Poster 7 and being like,
Get the fuck
are
out.
you recording, bro? And then be like, I don't answer questions. And then be like, oh, by the way, man, Poster 7 says you can't do this. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know why these auditors have to lie. More than likely, they'll go to the next post office and they'll tell them the exact same thing.
Yes, they will, because you have to lie to be a frauditor.
They're like, every other post office lets me record. No, they don't.
In a post
You know what?
office.
I need for you to call your sergeant right now.
Yeah, please. Caller Super, who's
Lieutenant?
above you right now? Because we want to.
Because you're not going to write a
you're
report
out of line,
and,
that's why.
and exclude everything that just happened. Let's start that.
This man assaulted this man. We tried
We're
to
not
tell you
trespassing.
we were
So then, are you telling no? Are you telling me right now that there's a CTW on me right now?
A CTW?
Criminal trespassing.
A CTW? No, there's no CTW, whatever that is.
Okay, it's called criminal trespassing.
Okay, I don't know what CTW is.
Okay, what's criminal trespassing?
Okay. So they don't have one against you right now.
Okay, and there never will be.
Well,
And they can't.
Well, then maybe they should go to court, and maybe you should have that in front of you before you even think about trying to arrest us or anything like that.
Well, I don't need one to arrest you.
Yes, you do.
If they tell me
You need a warrant. As a matter of fact, you need a warrant.
warrant.
And as a matter of fact, you need to keep 6 feet distance. 6 feet rule. Stay back. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Please,
don't.
please call your superior down here.
Why?
Because we asked for it. We're allowed to. 'Cause you're
No,
out
you're
of
not.
line.
I'm out of
Sir, we're gonna go back in there and we're gonna mail our documents.
No,
and
you're
if
not.
you try to interfere with that right, we're gonna sue you.
Okay. You can't sue me.
Yes,
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 I can.
You can.
Yes. Yeah, you are
You wanna
interfering
say
with our
federal
right
court?
to the federal post office. We got documents that need to be sent out. You cannot deprive
Postal
us.
Service, the
You
employees of the
you
Postal
cannot deprive us of our rights.
Watch us.
You understand that?
Service. What's it gonna take to solve this thing?
For us to let us mail these documents.
So we can be on our way.
Well, are you guys gonna go in there and start reporting them and all that?
Of course
I mean,
he
I have
is.
a
They're
right to
idiots.
record. Yes, I do.
We need to.
Now if he
prove
wants to go inside and not record, that's on him.
What's your guys' purpose for doing this?
Because
Being an
the
idiot?
last time
standing up for our rights.
he assaulted me the last time, and you haven't even asked me to see that video.
I'm not asking about that stuff. I'm asking about this stuff right now.
Okay, so let me get.
You know you're in the wrong, right?
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
You're not gonna.
If someone gets hit,
Going back a little bit of ways and trying not to stop it as much. You don't need a warrant to arrest someone. That's just what it is. What this officer's doing is what a lot of people have a problem with what this officer's doing, where he told them exactly what would happen if they do it again. Then he continues to engage them. If I was this officer, I'd tell him, do this again, this will happen.
We're done.
Bye. You go sit in the car. And I would wait for the post office to be like,
They're doing it again.
and they're breaking poster 7, and they're being very disorderly. Scoop them both up, take them to jail, let them sit over the weekend, and call it a day.
it doesn't decide to say anything about a month later. What's the limit of statute on that? Because there is none.
Okay.
There is no limit when it's
What
a criminal
can I do to solve
activity.
this for you guys?
For us to
Arrest
go.
them.
Yes, arrest them.
I'm not gonna arrest
See
See
the video
Wanna see it?
that I have it.
I don't want to see
Look at that.
Okay, I'm talking about what happened today.
What happened today is that we didn't get to send those off using the Federal Postal
You
Service.
guys go to another post office?
No, sir, we cannot. Because we came walking, 1.5 miles walking with this document. Carry that. See how heavy that is. That is 15 pounds of documents that must be sent off to the court, and you are interfering with our right to do that. We are very upset. Yes, sir, we are.
You guys can't go to another post
No, sir. Are you going to give us a ride?
Well, further right there.
How
Well,
about College Road?
take us to the next one.
College Road is
And we
close.
would appreciate that.
Culture of what? Culture of
You know where the College Road Walmart is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. Right across the street.
I would
from
very
Target.
respect you, sir, if you did that. Because you're just leaving us out here with walking to the next one.
I can give you guys right there.
I appreciate that.
You go with that?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
That'll be
I'm not
splendid.
going with that.
Thank you.
Alright, let me just see real quick. I try not to watch these videos so that you guys can get like a, yeah, okay. So, they broke poster 7. They were being disorderly. They were trespassed. And they didn't get it.
No, they don't.
That's a lot with auditors where they don't know how to get out of their own way. And then they blame other people for their life's shortcomings. Why do you think they walked? I'm just curious.
Because they can't afford a car.
Comment at the bottom. Yeah, because if you know, you know. A lot of auditors don't have licenses, and not by choice. That's because they've done extremely dumb things to get them taken away, or they've had them suspended for something and then turned to this or sovereign lifestyle to try to get around it, or our buddy Josh, who likes to
Be an idiot.
got caught driving on an expired license and then hasn't tried to get it back, and now keeps trying to play like he's Forrest Gump in court, and I don't understand, and like the judge just keeps just hitting him over the head with like, bro, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Go get an attorney so we can actually have this figured out. He's one of the few people where I genuinely, I'm not a good person, so I'm not going to continue that thought. But yeah, so just walked with 15 pounds of paperwork to send to the court. Bro, that's not my fault. It's your fault. But this officer was nice enough to give them a ride to the next post office. I actually hope he just took them to jail, which would have been hilarious.
Much easier,
like,
much quicker.
We're going to jail.
Surprise,
I'm gonna put
motherfucker!
this out Sunday. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'll try to.
I'll leave you with the rest of your folks. KFR, thanks for coming on. So yeah, KFR and Dr. Dave the Beer, in case you wish to check out more of their beautiful things. As soon as we have this fight finished, we'll bring part 2 to a close. Of course, be with us in the overnight, as we will conclude I'm Married to an Alien line on Midnight in the Desert. So as always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals of 5,000 views and 1,000 subscribers. So both Boxing Extras and YouTube will pay attention, start sending us items, and we can send those to you, the nice folks who watch the program. Of course, you got both Coinbase and Ibotta below. Both will get you $10 free when you sign up. Coinbase will let you do Coinbase Learn, 2-minute lessons, 1-question quizzes to get yourself up to another $100 of free crypto, which is usable here in Dominion. Ibotta will pay you back for doing things you normally have to do anything, like shopping for groceries and any other items that you would need to get for yourself. Till next time, of course that would be overnight for Midnight in the Desert version from day one. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you are kind to one another. Make sure your fights are always victorious in Dominion. And we'll see each other as you check out those romantic skins as we go off the air of this episode here from day one. Have a great night, and we'll see you again during Midnight in the Desert.